Hi, I'm Allie, and I'm going to show you how to use bead frames or halo beads as links rather than actually filling them with beads for this necklace. These are part of this month's subscription box. So if you want to get the treasure box, these halo beads are in there, and hopefully this gives you some inspiration. All right, this design is inspired by this month's treasure box, and I really love that it has these iris halos in it. And you can do this with any halo bead that you want. I'm going to show how to keep it open and make it like a link. Now, I showed this in an unboxing video, and there's two ways that you can do this. And I'm going to show it with the seed bead way, doing with some rondelles that were in the box. And then I've added to this the Athenacast metal seed beads, which are faceted and cut brass 2mm. One way is to do a head pin, reverse it, make a loop, and kind of keep it that way. The other way is with thread and needle, which is what I'm going to show you. I have some scrap thread here, which is perfect for this. And I'm going to put on my thread and needle. 1, 2, 3 pearls, because that's the look that I want. Then I'm going to take that faceted round bead, because I want that at the end. I'm going to go through the iris duo. Here at the end, I'm going to wait till it has just a little bit of thread down there. I'm going to go and put on my next faceted tube. Now remember, I want to keep the center open and clean looking, but I also want that gold look. So if I want to keep it very open and clean, I would probably just go with a size 11 seed bead in that silver color. And now I'm going back through all of those pearls, as well as the brass little seed bead there too. Nice and tight, and I'm using black thread so you can see it a little bit and see how that goes right in there and has that middle to the middle that you can't even see it. Now I'm holding this here because I still have one more connection to make. So I'm going to go in, and I have that one there. I'm going into my next one of my halo beads for my bracelet here, or necklace, either way, whatever you want to make. In through it, then that bead gets put on as a stopper. I'm going to go through the 11 bead that's after. And then look, all I'm going to do is take these two threads together. White would have been better option so you don't see it as much. And I'm just literally going to give a little pull to get rid of any extra thread that's showing. And simply tie those two thread ends together. That's it. Now, rinse and repeat. It's just like working with wire when you're creating a chain. I'm going in then. Oh, of course, my thread burner got burned onto my mat there. I'm going to burn that down nice and close to the project so you don't see any extra threads. That's it. Now I continue on. How do you continue on? Same thing. You go in here and you're going to either put on, it's kind of like a chicken and the egg. What do you want to put on first? I'm going to put on my metal. I'm going to put on my secondary metal here. I'm going to run it back through that metal piece. Again, it's just working as a stopper. I'm going to take my thread and give myself a little bit more space because I don't need all this extra thread for the knot. Grab my pearls. 1, 2, oops. And 3. Then once again, grab my metal spacer into my next halo. Metal spacer that's going to stop the thread from coming through. Back down through the pearls, through the metal beads, back to where the threads are next to one another. Tie those threads together. And done. See, it's such a simple way, and something that a lot of people have asked questions on because a lot of the designs from this month's subscription box had these open versus closed, and that's how you do it. You go in, you burn off the extra thread end there with your threads up, burn those down towards the project. Again, white thread probably would have been better. And there you have it. You just keep building, keep building, keep building. And that gets that nice mixed metal with those open eyes. Again, if you want it a little bit flush, you can use a 15-0 silver seed bead so you don't see it nearly as much. But you just keep going with those little thread ends and those little scraps. So when you have things on needles that you're always like, oh, I don't know what to keep this for, keep it. You never know.
What if you could create all of these jewelry pieces from one treasure box? Bracelets, necklaces, earrings, pendants, unlimited creations, hours of fun and inspiration. Over $100 of beads for only $35. Plus, subscribe quarterly and get a free beading board, beginner's toolkit, and pattern collection. Everything you need for jewelry making. Subscribe today.
All right, once you have your necklace to the size that it is, I'm just putting a simple lobster clasp on, and I'm doing the same thing. So the iris halos come in packs of 10. I used all 10 in that same pattern. And then to get my length, I wanted to go up the back with just the rondelles. So I'm doing that here. And I'm doing it the same way, just showing you how I'm going down and I attach the clasp the same way, going through and looping through it. Now I'm going back through all the pearls here till I get to the end on this section, which matches the other side. And as I go back through and reinforce these, getting a second strand through, I'm getting my thread back down to the beginning, which back down to the beginning here and not looped around my clasp. There we go. I am going to bring these down here through the metal piece, just like we've been doing. Going through the last of my iris duo, or the iris halo there. Same thing here, coming through, adding my bead, going back through, remembering that will kind of stop it a little bit, and then going to here and simply tying the thread end. If I want to reinforce the clasp one more time, I'll take my thread and needle back through the project. I could use beading wire again and do that same technique where we're using a head pin, and I'm using the head pin as the stopper, going through and doing an eye pin there for kind of a matching earring. So actually, I guess I must have used 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So I used 9 on my necklace, have 1 extra, which I didn't even realize I kept off. Burn down those thread ends. And that finishes up how to use those halo beads as links instead of bead frames. Thanks so much in creating the halo link necklace. I hope you liked the idea of how to connect them and use bead frames or halo beads as a link rather than actually beading through the frame. Now I could have beaded through the frame too, but I like it to have that open and airy look as featured on a lot of this month's kit project ideas. Remember, if you need any materials or want to see anything, go ahead and look below the video in the description to get links back to our website. As always, thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.